This is the story of a beautiful young woman named Mae Nak, who lived on the banks of the Phra Kanong Canal, and her undying love for her husband Mak. With Mae Nak pregnant, Mak is conscripted and sent to war, where he is seriously wounded. While he is being nursed back to health in central Bangkok, Mae Nak and their child both die during a difficult childbirth. When Mak returns home, however, he finds his loving wife and child waiting for him. His neighbors, who tried to warn him, are all killed. Thus begins the legend of Mae Nak. One day, Mae Nak is preparing nam prik. She drops a lime off the porch. In her haste to retrieve it, she stretches her arm to pick it up from the ground below. Mak sees it and at last realizes his wife is a ghost. Terrified, he tries to find a way to flee without alarming her. That night, Mak says he has to go downstairs to urinate. Then he runs away into the night. Discovering her husband has fled, Mae Nak pursues him. Mak sees her and conceals himself behind a gnat bush. According to folklore, ghosts are afraid of the sticky leaves. Mak then runs to Wat Mahabut temple, which a ghost cannot enter because it is holy ground. In her grief, Mae Nak terrorizes the people of Phra Gahong, furious at them for causing Mak to leave her. However, Mae Nak's ghost is captured by a powerful exorcist. Confining her in an earthen jar, he throws it into the canal. There are differing versions of the rest of the story, and an old couple, new to Phra Gahong, finds the jar while fishing. In another, two fishermen dredge up the jar. Nak is freed when they open it. Mae Nak is conquered again by the venerable monk Somdet Phra Putachan. The learned monk confines her spirit in the bone of her forehead and binds it to his waistband. Legend says the waistband is currently in the possession of the royal family. In an alternative version, the monk assured Mae Nak that in a future life she would be reunited with her beloved husband, and thus she voluntarily departed for the afterlife. A shrine dedicated to Mae Nak is at Wat Mahabut. In 1997, the shrine was relocated to nearby Suan Luang district of modern Bangkok. The Gothic tale of Mae Nak has been filmed several times over the past few decades, and every movie was a box office hit, cementing Mae Nak's place in Thai popular culture. It is unknown whether Mae Nak really existed or if her story is purely myth, as there are no conclusive historical evidences for her existence. There are several versions of her tale, but the main storyline runs as follows. Shortly after Nak marries her love, Mak, he is conscripted for military service and forced to leave the pregnant Nak behind. Nak waits faithfully for her husband's return but dies during labor along with her unborn child. They are buried immediately, but Nak's spirit refuses to let go of the earthly realm. When Mak returns home from war, Nak disguises herself and her son as humans, but he soon learns the truth and runs away in fear. Nevertheless, Nak's ghost follows her husband and kills everyone who comes between them. Fleeing her ghost, Mak finally finds his harbor in Wat Mahabut, and the venerated Somjet Phra Putachan from Dunbury seizes Nak's spirit and imprisons it in a ceramic pot, which he then drops into the river. As far as the fate of Mak is concerned, in some versions he becomes a monk, whereas in others he starts a new family. In some stories, Mae Nak reappears as an enraged ghost. All of these, of course, are extended upon and embellished just for the extension of the runtime of the movie. Her burial place is fabled to be located where Mae Nak's shrine sits to this day, at the edge of Wat Mahabut in Sukhumvit, Soi 77 in Bangkok. Here, devotees pray to her statue, which faces a television which is kept on night and day. People bring her many offerings, including colorful dresses, cosmetic products, sweets, flowers, and toys for her child. Devotees turn to her because she is said to be benevolent and able to give out winning lottery numbers. She is also very popular among young men taking part in the Thai military's lottery-style conscription, as Mae Nak is believed to detest the draft since her husband had to leave her to fight. Pregnant women, however, are advised to stay away from the shrine of Mae Nak because it is not a blessing concerning pregnancy for obvious reasons. In addition, there are two old Ta Gahan trees which are often associated with female spirits called Nang Ta Kahan, next to her shrine, which are considered to be very powerful. Devotees scrub the trees, believing that winning lottery numbers will be revealed by the spirit. Mae Nak is considered to have brought fortune to some in the local community. Most versions of this story do not have a happy ending. For example, in Mae Nak 1999, Mac finally becomes a monk to pray for the spirit of his dead wife, which cannot let go of him. In contrast, blockbuster Phi Mak Ra Ganong breaks with the convention with a happy ending where humans and ghosts live together. It is thought the reason the cult of Mae Nak not only prevails but grows stronger with each retelling is because her story deals with the universal theme of lovers torn apart by forces beyond their control. The fable of Mae Nak has a special place in Thai culture and tradition because the elements of lost love, vengeful ghosts, untimely death, and the capriciousness of fate resonate so strongly in Thailand's popular imagination. Stepping off the bustling BTS at Bangkok's On Nut station into a world of vengeful ghosts, true love, and a long-ago massacre that spans the murky place between Thai myth and actual history. Wat Mahabut is located on Sukhumvit, Soi 77. From there, it is a short walk to the fascinating shrine to Bangkok's most infamous ghost, Mae Nak. Mak's neighbors tried to warn him that he was living among the dead, but he refused to listen until he saw Mae Nak hyperextend her arm to fetch a lime wedge. When Mak finally fled, his ghostly wife and child, Mae Nak released a wave of terror on the people of Phra Nong that was only quelled when her spirit was captured and contained in a jar. Paradoxically, murderous Mae Nak is also known as Mae Nak Prakon, or the Mother Nak of Prakon district. The intervening years have transformed her from a horrifying wraith to one of Thailand's most popular ghosts and even a beloved figure in Thai folklore. Thailand has an appetite for all things Mae Nak and is apparent in the number of films that have featured her story. Thailand has an affinity for the horror genre, so it should come as no surprise that this hometown haunting has been retold several times on the silver screen. The act of making merit is a common practice in much of the Buddhist world, as it is thought to ensure a life of good luck and happiness. Wat Mahabut's location on the Phra Ganong River makes it an ideal place to release fish or turtles back into the wild, thus saving their lives and racking up some major merit. The practice of using animals to make merit is controversial, but still widely practiced in Thailand. Mae Nak's story is one of Bangkok's most enduring tales of love and loss, and her shrine preserves both her memory and legacy. It's unclear whether Mae Nak's story is purely legendary or based on events that transpired in Bangkok long ago, but her mark on Thai culture is undeniable. We highly recommend a visit to the Shrine of Mother Nak for an experience like no other. This concludes our fascinating look at Mae Nak and Thai culture. We sincerely hope you enjoyed it. If you ever find yourself in the Kingdom of Thailand, please consider looking into this aspect of Thai belief. If you found this video entertaining or informative, please give us a like and subscribe. Also, if you would like to help support us, please find the link to our Patreon page below. We have provided affiliate links in the description for hotel, travel, and car rentals. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you would like us to cover any places or topics related to Thailand or Southeast Asia, just ask and we will try to accommodate you as quickly as possible. Until next time, thanks for watching.